CJ, Showri, welcome to the podcast again. It's awesome having you and always getting updates about Reach Metaverse and learning about what you guys are doing. First off, how are you enjoying CNFTCon?
CNFTCon's been a blast. Been really enjoying just all the projects, the community. There's so many more people here than I expected. Like I had high expectations, and they've been blown out of the water.
Yep, it's been really good. I'm enjoying a lot. I did not expect this many projects, but yes, it's really good.
Now, one of the things that you just mentioned a little bit earlier to me was the community aspects around this, and being here, actually being able to connect with the community. So many of the projects are here as well. How have you found the community engagement in general? Like, have you seen people that know about your project, etc., stuff like that?
So we were marketing and we were trying to get into the community and all of that, but we've been doing that since a year and more than a year, I guess. But we don't know. We did not meet anyone in person and all of that. Like, we don't know if anyone knows us or not. So meeting this many projects at one place and them recognizing Reach is it's really good. It feels good.
Amazing, absolutely amazing. Now, for those that don't know, can we get a little spiel about what Reach is, what it can provide for people that are wanting to build with the platform as well?
Definitely. Just go into it real briefly. So Reach as a project is an infrastructure provider. Our goal is to make it as easy as possible for people to create and engage in the metaverse. So to be really a tool, kind of like Wix or YouTube in a sense, for people where they have an easy builder, where we take care of a lot of the heavy lifting of building a 3D shared space. So something that you can have in virtual reality or on your PC or on your mobile phone even, to be able to get and experience these shared 3D spaces. So that's really what we're about, and providing opportunities for projects and removing barriers of entry into this space.
Now, there's so many really cool use cases for this, and one of the ones that you actually showed me today was a business card. Now, it's a little bit hard to explain without the visuals and stuff, but could we get like a little bit of a rundown of what that kind of business card experience is like?
Absolutely. So we have my business card has a QR code on the back. When you scan it, if you don't already have the Reach Explorer application downloaded, it prompts you to download it. And then when you scan the QR code, it pops up and takes you to the augmented reality space that we have set up. So currently, it has a little bit of information about our project. We have a little robot desk attendant who kind of gestures to the things, and has our map for our land sale on one side, our website on the other, and my Calendly up. So you can click on one of the buttons and set a date that we can have a meeting and talk. So it's one of the things I give out to projects.
That is so cool.
Yeah, it's amazing.
So cool. Yeah, having that augmented reality experience to book a meeting. Yeah, that's cool.
That's how any project should start the utility, I guess. Like where you introduce small and then the utility increases and they go back from that space and you see all the different worlds. That's how. That's how you can get into other projects too, I guess. From the Explorer.
So have you engaged with other projects here at CNFTCon to talk about this kind of experience of augmented reality? What was the reactions like?
Yeah, everybody kind of had a very similar reaction of like, oh, this is really cool, actually having some functionality to the application in the space. And then we talk a little bit more about how you're able to actually apply some NFT functionality. We sat down with Cardano and we're talking with them about just some of the possibilities of what the SDK provides, and the ability to have certain things where you can partner with other projects, take their NFTs, and when somebody comes into your space with one of those other projects' NFTs, if you have a partnership with them, you can say, oh, well, if you come to our space with, say, like a clay NFT, then you could even have it so your clay model pops up, and that's your avatar when you're in the space. Or have something to where, oh, you have these shoes, this shoe NFT, your player model moves twice as fast. Different things like that. It's like you can whatever you want to do with it, because the player statistics and all those open pieces are available to creators to utilize. The question just then becomes, what do you want to allow in your world? What do you want to do?
Right. Okay. That's amazing.
So NFTs, using them as an entry to the world is the main goal that any project is trying to, I guess. Then increasing using those NFTs as stats for their in-game experience, or let's say their passes and their souvenirs and their everything, I guess, for this space.
Absolutely crazy. So in terms of people using the platform, the SDK at the moment, have you seen anything really cool come out of it? Like, are people starting to uptake it and build some amazing things?
Yeah, we're starting to get more and more people building on the platform. We put out a demo of like a simple game that you can put together. It took our founder Paisol like 12 hours to build total. And it's a little game simulation you can go through, has some voice acting from Fiverr, just to proof of concept, what you can do. So that's really cool. We have a few individual Metaspace worlds that people have been using like an easy builder to create and have those public. We have a couple of projects that are looking at doing some really cool concert pieces where you have a LiDAR scanned event center, like a real world event center, and then are looking to apply ticketing to it via NFTs to where you can have a ticket to enter, and then also the actual functionality of how rare your ticket is can apply to how close you can get to the stage. So if you have a VIP ticket, you can get within like 5 feet. If you have just general admission, you stay back where everybody else is and have the same kind of audio experience.
Wow, okay. This is really cool.
Yeah.
Now, I know the builder is supposed to be super easy and super quick to use. Someone like myself, not really technically experience in something like this in 3D modeling and building virtual worlds, how easy is it really?
So caveat that a little bit. Currently it is Unity that you utilize to build it. We do have a building system that's in alpha. And one of the things is we did a land sale launch. That's something we can go into. But the simple piece of it is the land is actually buildable the day you buy it. But our builder's in alpha. So there's only so many assets they can utilize to build on that land. And it's a simple like drag, drop, scroll the wheel to rotate the piece, put them down, place it. They'll snap to certain planes, and you can build out like a house or whatever kind of functionality you want to build with it. So that's super easy to use. If you've used like Minecraft's creative mode, kind of similar to that, you can do that. Same thing with the simple Metaspace builder. That level of drag, drop, rotate, snap to an object. Otherwise, it's the full Unity development.
Okay.
Right. And if you have that NFT where you built that world or something like that, you can share that link, and you have voice, audio, and chat in that world, where you can make it private, and only people that you send that link to can access that build and all of that. So that you can even like give access to other people to build on your land. So.
Whoa, okay. That's really, really cool. Now, you guys did have a land sale recently. Is it ended? Or?
No, so it's live right now. So we actually, September 30th, I think, is when we opened it up. So anybody who previously owned a Reach condo, that was one of the big utilities of that, is you get early access to the land sale and a discount on the land. So that and the whitelist time frame concluded on the 7th. So actually, while we were flying here, we have a picture of Showri sitting at the airport, like in the terminal, changing the like requirements to allow everybody to open up the minting for everyone. So those are all currently available now. People can buy an acre, buy a couple acres, build on their land. Our map's up. You can select where on the map you want to be. And the total map's roughly, I think, 40,000 acres, but only 25,000 of it is available to purchase. And the rest is like we're saving for development and like game features and other stuff.
The game that we build can be on that. The sorcery world where we show the particles, it can be on that. So there's going to be dedicated project spaces, which they want, and all of that.
Okay. All right. Great. Now, I don't have my access to my wallet, so I can't purchase any at the moment.
Oh, no.
So,
we'll hold some for you. It's okay.
Okay. All right. Cool. But what I want to build is a virtual podcasting studio. And have that kind of VR experience where people can come in and virtually experience me stuffing up my recordings, stuffing up interviews like this, and streaming it live from a virtual space, and having something like that, I think will be really, really cool experience for podcast listeners. Can I do something like that?
Yeah, so you could do that on your land and build out kind of a town hall or a podcast building, and then have people come in. And the audio, the nice thing about one of the pieces of Reach is you're able to kind of customize your graphics experience and also your audio experience. So graphics has anywhere from very low to an ultra setting. I have a decent computer, but ultra is a little tough. So I generally sit around high or very high. But you can dumb it all the way down to a low setting, and it looks, I want to say, kind of similar to like Decentraland. It gets a little bit more poly. Or you can get it to pretty realistic with some of the pictures we've shared on our Twitter. Like,
they look amazing.
Exactly. I'm like, this is dope.
I had to double take and scroll. Hang on.
It's like, no, that's not a render. That's in-game footage. But so you could have that and have people actually, you could pipe in like a Rode mic and choose that as your audio for the thing. And your listeners can do, or your your podcast guests can do that too. So you can actually use OBS and record the audio from Reach, and it'll be the same as like your Rode mic stuff.
Whoa, okay.
Yeah.
So I would suggest using a PC because VR is going to be tough for an hour or 40 minutes interview. That's
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah.
And not mobile, of course, but it would be great. Yes.
Yeah, and you can use PC VR. So where
yeah.
you have the Oculus and go through your PC setup and experience it in VR. Because when you do that and have the settings on high, it is extremely immersive. That's probably my favorite way of watching. You can actually watch the sunset way faster than you couldn't realize because I'm not patient.
Yeah.
If you can tell by how fast I'm talking, I move.
This sunset and the sunrise and like the scenic views of Eden,
Yeah.
like
It's
it
pretty.
looks graphic, like animated stuff, but it's in game. I don't know how they did that.
Solomon and Paisel are wizards. When
Okay.
it comes to the technical stuff,
It's really cool.
yeah.
All right, absolutely amazing. Now, people can actually download it now and experience themselves. You've got that game demo out there. So how do they go about doing that?
Yeah, on our website, there's a land sale, download, white paper, and all that information. But you click download, it takes you down to the link. And you download itch.io, that's currently what we use. And if you actually download the itch.io app, then it will auto-update whenever we push updates, so you don't have to re-download
Yeah.
the world. It takes care of that for you, makes it really easy. Then you open it up, and you're able to log in with your account. Same account you use if you were to experience it in browser. You're able to link Ready Player Me avatar. We're working on other avatar systems, so if certain projects have their own avatars, you can use those.
Very cool.
Coming down the road.
Very
So
cool.
That one's
Yeah,
not there
yeah, yeah.
yet, but it's
Yeah.
in development.
Yeah.
But that's something that you can go into the actual application on PC and have a way higher fidelity experience. Currently, the Eden Land is only accessible on PC.
Yeah.
And then we're working on optimizing it to roll it out to web, roll it out to mobile, and the other platforms.
Yep. If you own the land or if you own the condo, you can go into the inventory and just enter Eden part, like on your land. But if you go from the main menu, there's a normal spawn point where you can take a flight and look at user-built content and the District 1 that we did and all of that.
Oh yeah, we do a full a flying simulation built in, so you can hop in.
Sure.
As you do. So we do have that in there. You can hop on
Yeah.
some of these ships and fly around. When you hop in, the commands pop up on the
Yeah.
side of the screen.
Yeah.
That's my favorite way to experience it right now.
I remember when I was playing around with it, you had like a car racing thing, but you had like bollards in front of it, and I couldn't drive off onto the road or,
Yep.
Yes,
or wreck the
there's
environment.
There's a specific button you need to press to start the race.
Ah,
That's
right.
what it was.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So,
Kind of on that theme, there's one of the things I keep doing. I have a knack, apparently, for breaking games.
oh, cool. Awesome.
So, which is a good thing and a bad thing in game
good
testing.
tester.
Yeah,
I'm
you're
like,
a
hey
good
guys,
tester."
my plane's upside down. How do I fix that? Like, add button, like there's a button. If you hit shift, it re-levels your plane.
Yeah.
That's because of me. I would find a way to clip a tree and then just flip upside down, and then all your controls are inverted. But all that kind of stuff.
Even
is,
like District 1, when we built it, was just the district. It was not on the continent. And there were specific spots where you can jump out of the world.
Yeah.
Nobody knew
And you
that,
found him?
Yeah, I found them.
Here, you can,
Yeah.
you can
And
fall.
And part of that is that is, I think, one of the pieces of, Web3 is a lot of people are building stuff in alpha and bringing it out to the community, which I think is a very good thing to do because it allows people to experience the game, experience the world, experience the products people are building.
Yeah.
And the community is so welcoming. It's like, hey, by the way, like, I'm not trying to dig on you, but this piece should be fixed. And it's like, thanks for bringing that up. We can fix it together. And it allows for people to go, you know what, this feature would be really nice. Can we implement that? Which is way better from a project building perspective because
Yeah.
we've taken a pretty serious route of going, we want to build it first and then sell things.
Yeah.
But in that process, like, we still want community feedback and not go where this is the thing we've built a ton of stuff, and then people go, well, I like this, I don't care about this 70% of your project. So I was like, I don't want to waste that time. So, I mean, for people who are in there, you're probably going to find a few things that act a little wonky. Or you might see things where you go, oh, it would be really cool if we could do this. And that's something that we've actually found from a couple people we've talked to. They're like, hey, if you added this feature, that'd be really cool. And we wrote them down and we'll go back and have a meeting after CNFTCon and go, hey, how much time will it take to implement this? Is this something that's already in the roadmap? And kind of get that feedback and community element of building to really have user-generated content, optimized for user-generated content, to really build something that the community actually wants and wants to use. Because like, if you build something the community doesn't want, you wasted a whole bunch of time.
Oh yeah.
So-
Oh yeah.
Even for the land sale date, we wanted it live for sure. Like it
Yeah.
has to be accessible at least on one device, like perfectly.
Mm-hmm.
There should not be any bugs before we start selling.
Yeah.
Because that's going to affect a lot. Being the other way,
Yeah,
just
yeah.
starting building and then selling. So
Yeah.
So, I love that approach because you see so many projects out there
Yes.
that will do the land sale and then you don't see anything for a year to come. And you've guys gone the other way. You have the platform, and now you're doing the land sale, and you can get in there and do stuff with it.
yeah,
So
we try to match what other projects have and like put more features in it at the time of release.
Yeah.
And that's where the improvements start from that.
Yeah.
All right.
And what we have, like, that's just the start.
yeah,
Yeah.
There's
That's
so
just the
much
start.
more we want to add, and so
yeah.
much that we're like, it's coming.
Yeah.
But what I feel like, I mean, even then, I feel like what we have now is still pretty far advanced, which we're pretty proud of.
I totally agree. Compared to many other projects, it's well advanced. And plus, it's a platform for platforms to build on,
Yeah.
which is the clincher, really.
Yeah, which is why, like, what we have has to be an example. So anything that we put out is just kind of a baseline of what is possible. Not top of, like, this is the peak that you can aspire to.
Yeah.
We're going, this is where we want you to start. And then take all of your creativity, the community's ideas, the different things that people are coming together to build, and go well beyond what we
Yeah.
put out.
Even like, I think, that comes for any utility, I guess, like for gaming, for actual business purposes, or as a website, and like, that's where you start. Like, you have voice, you can do HR meetings and all of that in your space, I guess.
Yeah.
Don't know if I have a HR meeting in the VR space, especially.
Business advancements, I guess.
Yeah, we had a meeting where we were on Zoom, and Zoom kicked us off because of its timer. So we just hopped
Yeah.
into a conference on
Oh
Reach.
my God,
and we just
that's
did
amazing.
We finished our meeting in there, and it worked.
Okay, all right. Prove me wrong. All right. We'll be doing all our meetings in VR spaces. This is a
maybe.
really cool future. All right. Okay. Guys, thank you so much for joining me again, giving me an update and telling everyone else a little bit more about the project too. I'm pretty sure everyone's going to get more info about it.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Cool.
Yeah, gotta do it like that. You've been listening to the Learn Cardano podcast. Gotta get it hype. Crypto is what we like, but this is not investment or financial advice. Gotta do your research, cause it's risky. We know it is. This show is educational and it's informative. Crypto's the future, really, it ain't no debate.